everyone, and welcome to my Upload Something Every Single Day challenge for 30 days. This is day 14, one day off from halfway through. And today's video topic is about this trend that I have been seeing on TikTok that basically are people saying, bring back bullying. My immediate reaction to that is, what the heck do you guys even mean by that? Because that is the most insane thing I have heard in a while. And of course, I'm personally biased because I was bullied. So, yeah. I'd like to share a little bit of my story. I don't really want to, go over a whole nother in-depth, deep personal sharing like I did, within the last 2 days, because I don't really want to have to feel those emotions again right now, and I'm fairly happy, so I'm going to keep my commentary a little more surface level at the moment. And I think another time I will share my whole entire story of, my worst bullying experience, but that's not for today. So, I don't know what the original intention behind saying this, let's bring back bullying. I think that there are a few different camps that people fall under when they're, saying this. There's, this group of people that is saying that to make people afraid of saying dumb shit, homophobic, racist slurs or stuff like that, or overall being a dick. And if you're talking about bullying those people, I wouldn't call it bullying. I would call it holding people accountable. That's different. And if you are saying, bullying those people, I don't know. To me, it equates, the people being homophobic or racist or whatever is ableist. It makes it like they're being victims of something when really your actions are to hold them accountable to whatever stuff that it is that they're doing or saying. So I would go for a name change or word it differently, because it's not about them being a victim. That's not what's happening in that circumstance. The other camp of people I've seen say this are people who say it goes to create, character development. For example, people say, let's say, okay, this is what I'm going to say. This is what I've seen from this camp of people. You have an example of someone who got bullied because they wore something that other people thought was ugly, or they got bullied for, being a nerd. So they go and change themselves in order to not look that way anymore, or in order to just not get bullied. And so, personally, you'll have these people say that they were bullied and then they glowed up, or, they had a glow up. And that's true, but why are you doing that? You're just doing it again so you don't get bullied. If the way you were dressing before genuinely makes you happy, and then people are, upset at you for dressing that way, okay, why should you have to change because they don't like what you're doing? That doesn't really make sense, And while I agree to some extent that, hardship creates change in people, I don't think that bullying is the way to do that. Even if you, had a glow up, for example, you still hold all of those insecurities underneath that the bullying has caused you. And that takes a lot of work to like lead through and heal from. Now, I'll say for me, especially if it's about something that you cannot change, like I don't know, having whatever, let's say being deaf or being autistic. That's a good one. Because you genuinely cannot change the way your brain works to a certain extent. You can change some things, of course, with like, discipline and all that. But with autism, there's a genuine difference in how our brain processes things. And getting upset at people for not like understanding social cues and then bullying them for it, they're not able to change that. Are you serious? Like that kind of stuff is why I very much heavily disagree with this whole notion of bring back bullying. Like it screams to me that the people that are saying that have not actually ever been bullied themselves, or if they were bullied, it wasn't like a more serious form of bullying. Because I'll say, like, very briefly, the worst experience I've had with bullying was when I was 8 years old. I was playing on the playground after school, and I had this little asshole kid who I'm sure was going through a lot herself. So I can't, be too mad at her. She was really young. And I was really young too. I didn't deserve that, but whatever she was going through to have her act out that way, she did not deserve whatever the hell that was either. But anyways, I was playing on the playground. She came up to me, threatened to snatch my hearing aid, and made fun of me for my appearance, said no one liked me, kicked me in the back, mocked me, etc. All after I kept trying to de-escalate and told her to run, go away and leave me alone. And that one instance scarred me for so fucking long. And that was literally one day, a 10-minute increment of time that has impacted me for what? Jesus, almost freaking 13 years at this point. That's crazy. And while it definitely led to some changes, I would not call them positive ones. I think, in the long run, yes, but it gave me a whole lot of challenges that I would never have had to deal with if I did not have that experience. For example, after that experience, I thought literally everyone was judging my face, looking at me, no one liked me, etc., for years. And I went so far as to purposefully flip my hair over with the side part and cover my whole left side of my face, and just had a complete 180 in personality. All of my joy, spunkiness, whatever that I would share, on a whim with people, just became a lot more dulled, and I hid for a very, very long time. And part of that is still what I'm dealing with now, but now there's some better bright sides to the whole thing. I can look back on that situation with empathy for me and that person, even though I still don't like her for what she did. She's probably a whole different human being now. What? She was 4, I was 8, and it's been 13 years, so she's, oh my god, she's almost an adult now. That's crazy. Wonder how she's doing. Anyways, now I have a lot better understanding of why different people do things. Not everyone's looking at me all the time and thinking I'm doing something wrong. And all of this bullying shit and all of this judgment that people are saying to bring back is not healthy. I was astonished when I saw that for the first time. I was scrolling by, I saw that, I'm like, are we fucking kidding me right now? Why are we gonna do that? That is ridiculous. And there is something to be said about like having hardship grows you into a better person, but that's not what bullying is. Like, that was such a core, impactful experience that was such a negative one. It wasn't something that allowed me to like look into a new part of myself, and not until years and years and years had gone by after I'd like been a ghost from that one experience. And I hear horror stories of other people with what they've had to experience and had years and years of horrendous bullying that ultimately also changes their lives. Even if they like take on a new appearance, there's all that, they're still carrying all that stuff with them. That, you know. So yeah, no, don't bring back bullying. Bullying is bad, in fact. I don't think that that is something that, you know, should be that crazy to say. Yeah, no, bullying should not be brought back. And it has never gone away either. I don't know. That's about it. So, yeah. Alright, thank you guys for watching, and have a good one. The sun really came out at the end there, huh? Alright, bye.